cruise ship. Before the war, the British realized they were at war several years before we were. They needed supplies. They contracted American shipbuilders. Their shipbuilders were making military, big battleships. They contracted American companies to build a ship similar to this. Only in England, they didn't have oil, so they wanted to make it to burn coal. Coal you have to shovel, very difficult. Our government, even though we weren't at war, realized we would probably get into war to help, if not save England from the German Hitler. Okay, there were 2,700 liberties built. 300 were lost in combat. A uncle of mine was on one that was shot. He was one of 5 survivors. The merchant marines had in salt water, steel, the roads, very bad for them. So when not needed, they would take a whole bunch of these, tie them together in a freshwater river that would not corrode as bad. All right, when Korea came out in 1950, they reactivated a whole bunch of them. So this would serve 3 years in the 1950 time period. Mothballed again, then it was brought out for use at Vietnam. 3 years, mothballed.
Cargo ship. This is not a United States naval vessel. All U.S. Navy vessels are USS something or other. It's United States ship. If it happens to be British, it's HMS something or other. So how would you load this vessel? This is the bottom of the ship that you can see down there. You start by removing the top hatch. So all of that area up there is removed. The movers on this vessel pick those pieces up and set them aside. Everything that comes onto this vessel comes in nets. You would have a whole host of workers down at the bottom, longshoremen, stevedores, day laborers, whatever, down there to unload all of the nets. The only way to get to where we are and where they would be at the bottom is on these ladders on the sides. So it's a vertical ladder that goes all the way from the top deck all the way down to the ladders in that. Because the old ships, they don't last on the ships for those of you who have ever seen come off the back of the ship because it's a powered vessel. And because if you go against the wind, the flags always come off the back.
Yes. Showing him here, yeah.
All right, we have a nice breeze out here. All of the deck equipment, all of these winches are what pulled the cables to make all of these booms work. So they're hinged right here, and using the winches, you pull the booms up, and then you can see the anchors are hanging over on either side here at the front of the ship. The deck that we're on is called the forecastle deck. A forecastle deck on any vessel is the raised forward deck. So we came up the ladder, we're on a raised deck above the main deck level. And the word forecastle is actually spelled forecastle, F-O-R-castle. Fore meaning forward part. And castle, just to turn this gun, 2 people, one sitting on this side, would control the vertical.
I don't know, buddy.
And one sitting on this side would control the horizontal. Victory ships all had guns on them. So even though this vessel was built in 1945, it actually was finally launched on June 25th of 45, and on its very first voyage was unloading for the very first time in the Philippines when we dropped the bombs on Japan, ending the war. So from that point on, they never needed the guns that you just looked at and the ones that are up here that we'll look at in just a minute. They never needed them, but they built the ship as though they would need them.
Yeah.
So, who mans the guns? It's not the crew of this vessel, because the crew of this vessel are 60 civilian guys that just get hired to move the ship from point A to point B. So, the Navy provided a gun crew of gunner's mates to come aboard to man the guns. So the Navy guys lived here in this section of the ship. Okay? When the war is over, they really didn't need this area anymore. And Korea and Vietnam did not have an Air Force or a Navy. So when this ship was used during those wars, they didn't have to worry about submarines or airplanes. Okay? So we're just lucky that this vessel, all of this is still here. When the war was over, all of these extra ships that we used during the war, we really didn't need anymore. So a lot of them were sold to other countries and companies so that they would have ships, because they lost so many during the war. Yes. If you're at sea, there's nothing to see but the sea, so you don't need to be up top unless you just want to be up.
Yeah.
All right, this is the galley, the kitchen, if you will. And all right, this is the engine room. Directly below us, these two large white things straight down below are the two 6,000 horsepower turbine engines that make this vessel move at about 18 miles an hour. Now, a turbine spins very fast. It's great for a jet engine or for a large fan. The problem is that it spins way too fast for a 19-foot propeller underwater. So the two large gray boxes behind it there with the little black circles on top are the reduction gears, and that reduces all of that energy. That fast spinning turbine reduces the thousands of RPMs down to 100 RPMs. The boilers are on the opposite side back here where the bright lights are that you can't see very well. So that's where they boil the water to make steam. The steam is transferred to the turbines, which spin them at that high rate of speed, and ultimately that's where the ship gets its power. If you look up, those are the skylights I pointed out when we were up there, and the vents on the right side that you can see are open, and that's where the hot air would escape. Okay? The large tank right above your heads right here is the condensation tank. So this is a closed system, and if there's no leaks, you would use the same water over and over and over again to boil it, make steam, run it through the turbines, condense it back to water, pump it back down, and reboil it and make steam out of it again.